Hi, I'm Claire and I'm a pelvic health physiotherapist, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the longer term recovery after caesarean. We often hear about that initial 6 weeks, so it's natural to think, well, after that I'm recovered. But I want to let you know that actually our bodies are still recovering and healing beyond that. And lots of women will often report they still have some numbness around their scar and some tugging and some tension, and that is because the body is still recovering and there are changes that have occurred. We know from research that the uterine scar is still remodeling at 6 weeks, so this just tells us there are still those changes occurring. And as we've mentioned, the remodeling phase can go on for 1.5 to 2 years. Now, I don't want this to worry you and make you feel like, oh, I shouldn't move or I shouldn't do anything. Movement and exercise is good for us in this phase, but it's why we need to be mindful of what we do in the early phases and not just head off to do whatever we want once we feel we're at that 6 weeks. Now, I want to briefly mention here that some women will have adhesions that form within their body whenever there's any scar tissue. You may have a variety of symptoms. This may include pain in the tummy or particularly around the scar, or some changes in your bowel habits. What I would recommend, if you're experiencing things that you just don't feel are right, and trust your body, if something doesn't feel right, the chances are there have been some changes. Speak to a medical professional and see if you need to seek any other advice. I want to touch on here briefly also about the emotional impact. Our story and our journey to having a caesarean can be completely different. Some of you may have known that you were going to have a caesarean, but it wasn't necessarily your first choice. Some of you may feel that that was absolutely the right thing and you feel so happy. For some of you, it may have been an emergency and actually be quite linked to quite a lot of trauma. Wherever you're coming from, I want you to know that please do feel that you can express how you're feeling, and there are wonderful debriefs that are available if you would like to discuss your birth with someone as well. I want to let you know that scar therapy is so wonderful, and we're going to teach you how to do scar massage. But if you're feeling like you need a bit of additional support, there are scar massage therapists, there are physios like me that can support you and also help you in your general physical recovery. So my main message to you is, whatever you're feeling, if you want some support, it's absolutely out there. Reach out and go and find it.